Alright guys, back again. So this video is just going to be a video of explaining about what's the cost involved of bringing over a box from overseas. And so I'll just go through the main parts at first, what's involved on just the prices here, and what's involved here, and then then the next part will be the prices taking it over to Ewa. So what I'll do is, so the first part is the size of the box is 4x6, 4 foot by 6 foot, and it is around about 1.2 height, 1.2 meters high. So that's the size of the box. So the cost of bringing that over here, I believe it was $500 Australian dollars. That's what it said on the paperwork. And other than that, there's a few other costs over here that you probably won't even think about. Hang on, I'm just going to get this curtain. Here we go. So the first cost is the paperwork. So the paperwork, just from the shipping company, is you got to pay for your paperwork, right? And you would think that all that costs would be all sorted out overseas with the freight company overseas. So you pay the freight company overseas what you are going to deliver over here. But when it gets here, you have to pay for your paperwork. And you would think a minor fee, right? It's just paperwork, right? No. It's $240 for paperwork. And so $240 just for paperwork. I've got kids around, and Lupe is trying to touch the camera while I'm doing this. That's BA's daughter. Anyway, they're still new at all of this. This is the first time they've seen anything like this, trying to film myself. So, yeah, paperwork, $240. Then you have to pay the broker. So, before it gets to customs, you got to pay a broker to sort out that paperwork. And also, the broker staff will go through, rip the box open, and then take stuff out, and then the customs customs agent will come and have a look and write down, well, actually the broker actually wrote everything down with the customs, and he'll just go over everything, yep, sorted, and then he goes away and does that paperwork to make sure, price everything up. And everything should be around about from 15% to 20% in between there per item. So it can get very expensive. So whatever you bought it for in Australia, or whatever the costs are, they probably have a list here at customs. And they'll have a price for everything, and it'll be 10 to 15% on that price. So for the broker, $70, right? $70 pay the broker. Through the shipping company, I was able, or they were actually able to have their own broker and go through everything. But I told them I'll use my own broker, and they were fine with that, because their broker for doing that job would be $100, and so I got $30 off by using my own broker. So that was good. So I'm not focused because I got things moving around. Curtains blowing, nearly hitting the camera and so forth. So yeah, bear with me. Then we have to pay customs. So customs, they go through and cost everything up. Then for me, this time around was $361. Great. There was other stuff in there that was quite expensive, but I talked to the broker, customs. They sort of know me. That those particular people, or actually the broker, people know BA, BA's family on his mum's side, and I've been through them, done a few boxes and a container. So yeah, they sort of know me as well. I said, man, it's just food inside, and there was food, noodles, washing powder, bits and pieces, all around, but yeah, they didn't even take up what was underneath. So yeah, so that was great. So all they wrote down was toothpaste, washing powder, wheat bix, noodles, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, brilliant. That's why it was cheap as $361. So it could go into the thousands if they really did it properly. The next cost was from the customs wharf to the Ewa wharf. And to deliver it, it was only a short space, and you would have seen in my other video where they picked it up and dropped it off. That was $40. So I went and asked the truck driver how much, because I had to go get one with a crane. So because when I went to the wharf to pay for everything first, before I went and got the box, they said they had no forklift, and the forklift was on the boat, and the boat was out at Harp Bay or somewhere. So they said it'll be here this afternoon, then the forklift will be available. Too late for me. I needed to get it done there and then, so I went and got a truck with the crane. It was only $40, so it's not too bad. So he was able to lift it off for me. So all in all, for everything, all the cost there was $711. All of that. The surprising one was the paperwork with $240. I was very happy about the customs broker, no problem. Wharf, no problem. But the paperwork, yeah, that was a bit costly for me. So yeah. Anyway, so from there to Ewa, right? The cost. What is it? What's the cost to get stuff to Ewa? And what it cost me, because I had to come from Ewa, come to Tonga, and now I've got to go back, right? And all the costs that are involved with that are a vehicle on a boat, that's my four-wheel drive. So it's $120 one way. So it's two ways, here and back. So that's $240. Then, and if I got a rental, right? If I got a rental, it would have cost me in between $70 to $100 a day. Actually, 120, 150, you can get up to that, depending on what you get and what's available sometimes. So yeah. So it could get pricey. I'm here for 4 days, so it could have been $400 upwards, I reckon, for that. And if I buy stuff over here and put it in my vehicle, take it over with, I don't have to pay for that on the ferry. Just pay for my truck only. So the items in the in the van didn't have to pay for it. So I've got a wheelbarrow, got an air ski, got all sorts of stuff in there that I need to take back. So I won't have to pay for that, so it would have been extra cost as well. So cheaper for me to bring my vehicle and take it back. Otherwise I would have hired a car, then I paid for extras to go on the boat. And it's a nuisance, all bits and pieces, trying to get off the boat when you can just drive out, no problems. Accommodation has been over that. So for the truck on the boat, 120. Tickets, my tickets, $30 one way, so $60. So $60 in tickets, one way there, one way back, or one way here, one way back. Accommodation, if I did get accommodation here, it would have been $100, $150 per night, right, around here, in town. That's probably average, around about that, $100, $150 a night. So it would have cost me that, but luckily I've got accommodation here with BA, my cousin. He is happily to take me in, and BA and Janice. Those two have helped me heaps throughout the past, and also recently getting my boxes, anything that I need in Tonga. So there was another bit of a drama on my way here, off the boat on the ferry. I had a flat tire in the back. Wasn't completely flat. There was a 6-inch nail in it when we got it fixed. Pulled out a 6-inch nail, but luckily it was slowly going down. So when I got off the wharf, I was able to drive it off just, and then I already rang him ahead of time to be able to get a pump, portable pump, to pump it up at the wharf so I could drive all the way here. And it's about a 30-minute drive here, depending on traffic. So luckily I was able to do that. And then the next day, pumped it up again and went to the tire store. But by using the pump though, I had to use the cigarette lighter, right? I had 2 cigarette lighters in in the truck. So used one that night, blew the fuse. I still can't find the fuse, which is blown. And then I had the other 12 volt socket and blew that one as well. It blew that fuse. So I had to come back here, charge my phone all the time. I've got no charging um, ways to charge my phone in the vehicle, so I have to sort that out and soon. So diesel running around here probably cost me $150 over the 4 days. $150. Food, I'd average it around, for me only, that's around about $50 a day, and I'm happy with that. And feeding my cousin or whatever, buying bits and pieces. So it could go over, and one day it could be less than one day. Today only costs, actually I spent a bit today. Yeah, no, still around about $50 today. I went and had breakfast, and also I had a coffee, and I had a meal. And if you buy the Tongan food, it's a lot cheaper. So I had lusipi, lamb and taro leaves, coconut cream. Had that with some cassava or manioke, and that was like with a bottle of water, big bottle of water, and that was $14.50. So that's not too bad, right? Perfect for a meal. Beautiful. And I love Tongan food. I'd rather have that than bacon and eggs at certain times. But breakfast, I love my bacon and eggs. But if bacon and eggs is too expensive over here, I did have bacon and eggs. This morning was $18 for bacon and eggs. Compared to a massive meal with lusipi was under around about $12 or whatever it was. So yeah, figure that out. Anyway, talked about the flat tire. So everything all up, all in all, is $665. That's without accommodation. If you have somewhere to stay. So that's what cost me extra to stay here for the 4 days, and cost me to come over and then go back. So if anyone's wondering what it's going to cost them or their family members, what it's going to cost them to get a box over here. So just imagine, and I used to think this as well, send stuff overseas, they can sort it out when it gets there. You know what? It's really good if you actually send them some money to be able to get the box out. If they're not well off. If they're okay, they're able to afford it, and that's fine. So this time around, my sister, she sent me some money, and that pretty much covered the box. The first part of it, everything, the box, get customs and the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. She covered all of that, and that helped out heaps. I was very happy about that. Thank you, Lena, again, and Mus for doing that, and thank you for the box, guys. And then the rest of it was from my son, Pa, in New Zealand. He, when we were in New Zealand, he gave us some money, and we already calculated that in to be able to be around about $1,000 that I would spend. I spent more than that this time, about $1,500, something like that, $1,500. But yeah, so we figured that in, so we were able to get that from Pa, and Pa was happy to give it, and no problems whatsoever. So thankful for Pa and Zah working on that to be able to give us some money for that, and also a little bit extra that we had over when we came. Pretty much, I've only got money to fix the vehicle now. That's it, pretty much. Probably a little bit left over to do a little bit of shopping over in Ewa. Probably a box of chicken and bits and pieces. That's about it. So I'll have to start diving very soon to get some fish. Yeah. So I mean, that's all in all. That's a bit of a summary about, just so you can have a few ideas of what's involved in getting a box. And you can see on the video before, that was just a little bit a part of it, running around. There's a lot of running around. You got to run the brokers, customs, wharves, and also just parcels. It's a nuisance with parcels. Go to the post office, go back to customs, go to the broker, go to the post office, go to the customs, go to the broker. It's a lot of running around this is what happened to me with a little bit package like this last time. And I can't believe post office cannot do everything all in one and just send it over to Elwa. And it's really frustrating, with especially at that part. With the boxes, I get it. It's a big item, and this is just a process. But why is there a broker? Why is there a middleman? You know, I don't understand that part of it. If there was just customs that did everything, I don't know why they can't hire enough people. They're pretty much just hiring it out to the brokers, or they can't justify it. Then put adding that cost on, and it's like the broker was $70, right, for me. That's the extra cost, and I think it's because they don't want to hire anyone else except for custom officers. So it's, I don't know, it's confusing, but I get it now with the box. It is what it is, but they can make it a lot simpler, a lot simpler. I feel sorry for the people in Hart Bay that need to get stuff. You know, they have to come here, get the box, and then take it to Hart Bay. I'm assuming that's the way because it costs them a fair bit. Vava'u, I believe the ship comes straight to Vava'u, so they can all sort it out straight in Vava'u. So it's good for them there. But for Ewa, yeah, we're going to come over to Tonga, get it sorted all out, accommodation, you know, get this all organised, and then go back. And oh yeah, there's another extra cost as well. It's $100 from the wharf in Ewa to where I am, because I'm on the other side of the island. It's quite far, so I'm the most expensive. So it's $100 trip from the wharf to where I am. So anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and yeah, just make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, keep this channel going. If you got any questions, just let me know, and I could probably answer them. One other thing, I believe Janice has got the hookups for everything over here, whatever you need, yeah, go through her. Just give her a bit of money, and she should be able to sort certain things out. And don't be late on your money, because it is a new, like, you don't want that frustration, right? Like, you want an agent to be able to, you know, just give them the money, they go sort it out and come, but they'll just ring you what they need. I need a signature, I need this, I need that, and it's good to have a person over here to go to. And I don't know if there is a person to go to over here. I don't know if they've got any kind of tourism thing that they got over here, a go-to person. But yeah, Janice is my go-to person. She knows everyone, and is able to get things done a lot cheaper as well. So sometimes not. It's the price is the price, right? You can't budge on it, but yeah, sometimes you can. And yeah, that's it from me from now. I'll leave you guys with that. All right then. God bless. Take care. Peace.